Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? I go by RB, and this is Philly Take with RB. You guys know what to do, man. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe if you're new, and ding that notification bell so you're instantly notified whenever I upload or go live. And can you believe it? We are here. Week 1 is in progress. Week 1 in the craziest year of all years. We have NFL football, and we are back. Philadelphia Eagles go up against the Washington football team at 1 o'clock Eastern on Sunday, and I'm so freaking pumped. I cannot wait. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I can't wait to see how the complexion of the game feels, the atmosphere, and everything. I mean, the Eagles go on the road to Washington, who usually doesn't have any fans, but this time there will be no fans. I can't wait to see what happens, man. A lot to get into, a lot to talk about. Let me first off say that this game is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think that teams are going to have to get acclimated to playing football this way, not hearing the crowd behind them, you know? There's going to be a lot of penalties. There's going to be a lot of offsides. There's going to be a lot of little things that go bad. The Eagles have to win that game of doing the little things right. I know it's going to be hard. We're going to see a lot of guys out of position, a lot of guys just not ready, just given the fact that we have not played any games so far. So it's going to be interesting. It might feel like a practice game, honestly. Eagles versus the Washington football team. Washington is a sneaky good team, in my opinion. Not quite yet, but they will be going forward into the future. I don't think this is a win year for Washington, but I do think they will win some games. They might, kind of start to turn some heads. I think Washington has an amazing pass rush. Dwayne Haskins in his second year is looking to become that guy for the offense, and they have Ron Rivera, who is going through some issues right now, so I wish him the best. My keys to the game for the Eagles in this one. Number one, first and foremost, you have to protect Carson Wentz. That is what it comes down to. The Eagles have O-line battles and injuries right now. It's not good. 2 guys are gone for the year before we even start the season. JP recently moves back to left tackle. The Eagles must protect Carson Wentz. The offensive line is going to be tested immediately. Washington, as I mentioned, has one of the best pass rushes in the NFL. Will they allow Carson to have time to sit in the pocket, to find his right reads, and just some quick methodical things to get Carson into his flow? We need to see the Carson Wentz that we are expecting to, the big improved, the MVP Carson Wentz this season without any injuries. So Carson Wentz, I expect him to get into his rhythm right away, utilizing the 2 tight ends, and then as soon as the Washington football team falls asleep, well, all we've been talking about, the Philly Zoom, right? Look, expect one big play early, I'm telling you. As soon as Washington starts to creep up, expect Carson Wentz to go downfield to either D-Jax or Hightower or whoever is in, because I'm expecting it. And last year we saw D-Jax go for 2 touchdowns and 150 plus in week 1. It was the only taste we saw of Carson and D-Jax, but it sure was nice. Expect to see that again. And like I said, they just have to protect Carson Wentz. Don't want him taking any big blindside hits or anything like that. Sure, he'll be roaming around. He'll be moving out of the pocket a little bit, but I want Carson to get into a flow early. And the O-line for the Eagles will be tested immediately. They must protect Carson Wentz. Number 2 key to winning this game, in my opinion, is to start quick and keep your foot on the gas pedal. Last year, we went down 17-0 in the opener versus Washington, and we ended up coming back, but it definitely gave us all a heart attack. The Eagles must start quick. Like I said, I think we're going to get Carson into his rhythm right away, but I want to go up on a quick lead. I mentioned this a couple days ago. The Eagles have been absolutely terrible in scoring in the first quarter. We usually come out with maybe a field goal. That's how it really has felt the last year or two. I want the Eagles to go down, maybe score on the first drive, and accumulate points right away and just put Washington out of it. I'll tell you one thing, division games are never easy, and teams against, I wouldn't say rivals, but just teams that are hungry. I think Washington is a young, hungry team, and they got Ron Rivera, so they are going to play hard. I want the Eagles to put them out of it right away and don't give them any chance to stick around, because that could go bad, in my opinion. And with it being kind of the first taste, the first breath of fresh air in terms of a football game, well, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of scoring. I want the Eagles to score right away and put their foot on Washington's neck. Number 3 key to this game, in my opinion, is to make Washington uncomfortable. Like I mentioned, Dwayne Haskins coming out here in his second year. He beat out Alex Smith, and Dwayne Haskins has something to prove in his second year. He wasn't a first-round pick for no reason. Dwayne Haskins is going to sit back in the pocket, and he's going to sling it. Well, this new and improved pass rush of the Eagles, I don't think Javon Hargrave is going to play. I'm not sure. Derek Barnett is probably going to be a game-time decision. But we have a lot of ballers on our defensive line with Fletcher Cox. We have Malik Jackson. We have even some of our depth pieces like Hassan Ridgeway. We still have Brandon Graham. I mean, we have all these guys. We got to put pressure right away on Dwayne Haskins, make him uncomfortable, make him throw the ball into some tough situations, and hopefully get some turnovers, which has also been a problem for the Eagles. We have to pressure Dwayne Haskins right away. Now that Jim Schwartz has a lot more to work with on the outside, I'm looking for him to send a lot of pressure at Dwayne Haskins early, make the second-year guy uncomfortable. He's going to come out here and have something to prove, but the Eagles can put him right into his place right away. That's what I'm expecting for the Eagles. I think we have to accumulate a lot of pass rush on Dwayne Haskins. I don't expect Washington to have a huge running game, but what I do expect them is to look for Mr. Terry McLaurin downfield, because he cooked us last year, absolutely cooked us. The Eagles must get pressure on Dwayne Haskins. Now I want to talk about some standout Eagles. Each week I'm going to pick 2 Eagles that I think need to have big games and that I think will have huge games for the Eagles, maybe our best performers. This week, number 1 is Carson Wentz. Obviously, I'm expecting a lot from Carson. I'm expecting him to come out with a strong start, utilize all of his weapons, spread the wealth, get it across to every single guy, use Miles Sanders out of the backfield on the ground as well. But Carson Wentz has to make the right reads. I want to see his throws accurate and precise and just on point. I'm looking for a big performance from Carson Wentz. I hope he comes out and does his thing. Probably looking for about 2 touchdowns and probably 250 to 300 yards in this one for Carson Wentz. My second standout is Darius Slay. I think Big Play Slay was one of our biggest acquisitions and is still being slept on. Well, now we finally have a corner that I can at least trust in. I'm expecting Big Play Slay to come out, move around to a lot of the different receivers, but hopefully put the clamps on Terry McLaurin. I'm excited to have Big Play Slay out on the outside. He does a lot for our defense. I'm expecting him to come up and have a huge performance. I know he must be riled up. His first game in the Midnight Green, no more Detroit Lions BS. All right, he is here and he must be a leader on the defense. Now I want to talk about my Breakout Eagle, and what I'm going to do each week is pick one guy. Maybe he's not doing well, maybe he's a young guy who a lot of people don't know about, maybe something like that, or he's just poised for a breakout game, and I'm going to pick the guy I think who's going to have a breakout game and be a meaningful contributor for the Eagles this week. That is JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I think JJ is going to come out and have a huge game. We've seen it all off season. His mentality is ramped up. His physicality is ramped up. I think he's going to be that big X receiver that we need this year. He's going to have a great year. Started off by an amazing week 1. I'm expecting JJ to have 1, maybe even 2 touchdowns, be utilized in red zone situations, and I'm hoping that he can be that target and rebound from a terrible 10-catch rookie season. A second-round pick, you got to prove your worth. This is a perfect time to start.
Perfect.
And lastly, we will discuss our score prediction for the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, week 1 in the craziest year of years. I think this is going to be a tough matchup. I think that it's going to get a little bit dirty. I think you're going to have to win the game in the trenches. I'm not expecting, a bunch of big completions downfield. Overall, I think this is going to be a tit-for-tat game. We score, they score back and forth, just because there has not been a lot of football. We have not been in game situations. I think it's going to be a little bit sloppy. Overall, I am picking the Philadelphia Eagles, of course. I think we are going to sweep Washington this year, but I think we win this game. We come out, score early, and we maintain the lead. I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles 23-16 here in week 1, and don't get confused. This is a good game for me. If we put up 23 points, I am happy given the circumstance, given the situation week 1. As long as our offense can get going and we can put a lot of pressure on Dwayne Haskins, I think the Eagles can come out here, win this game by a touchdown or more, and make a big, significant statement in week 1, letting everybody in the NFL know that we are ready to go and transitioning this into week 2. That's all I got for right now. You guys let me know down below, who are your standout stars for the Eagles this week? What are your 3 keys to winning this game? And what is your score prediction? Give me all your freaking thoughts down below in the comments section. Get pumped because it's week 1 and football is back. Can't wait to rock out with all you guys this season. Let's go Birds. Fly Eagles fly. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.